Toto Miyatake, a professional photographer who had a thriving business in LA's Little Tokyo until the war changed everything.
This is my duty. I'm a photographer, and I need to document something like this so something like this never happens again.
Those are the words of Toto Miyatake. They are chiseled onto a plaque below a bronze likeness of him in Little Tokyo and spoken by his grandson, Alan.
I think it's important that I keep this part of history alive.
Alan Miyatake not only runs the photography studio, which his grandfather started more than 90 years ago, but he's also entrusted with preserving the rare photographs taken by him at Manzanar, one of 10 relocation camps where more than 120,000 Japanese Americans were incarcerated after Japan bombed Pearl Harbor.
It was the largest mass incarceration, unjust denial of civil rights in modern American history.
Dr. Greg Hamura is the president and CEO of the Japanese American National Museum, located in LA's Little Tokyo.
It's an actual barrack from Heart Mountain, Wyoming concentration camp.
The museum is home to a powerful exhibit on this dark time in American history.
It's a cautionary tale and is truly an important American story that all Americans should know about.
It's a story told with the help of Miyatake's photographs, but they are photographs the American government never intended to be taken. These images of Manzanar are most commonly connected to the camps. The photographer, Ansel Adams, given access to the camp because of his friendship with camp director Ralph Merrick. But with permission to document the camp came restrictions, no guard towers or military. The sanitized view was all the government ever planned for anyone to see.
It was definitely spelled out to the Japanese Americans that you could not bring in a camera, but he smuggled in a lens and the back of the camera, the film holder.
Alan's father was only a teenager when the family was sent to Manzanar. He told Alan about the moment he discovered the secret camera.
His father took him aside and said, "Here, I got to show you something." And he opened up the suitcase and said, "Here's the lens and the back of the focusing part of the camera." And my father was just terrified because he thought, what are you doing? We weren't supposed to bring that stuff in. And he said, "No, I have to build a camera, and I have to document this."
Miyatake then persuaded a fellow internee, who was also a carpenter, to build this box to house the lens.
Obviously, when you look at it, it's like, wow, these people had enough time to laminate wood together like this.
The handmade camera was made complete with the help of a drain pipe and another internee who was a welder.
On this part of the drain pipe, he had it welded on, and then the rest of it was mounted inside. And the screwing mechanism is the focusing mechanism.
To avoid getting caught, Miyatake initially only took pictures with his secret camera at dusk and dawn, and never with people in the photographs. Despite this, he was caught several times, but was always able to get his camera back from camp director Merritt, thanks to a friendship Miyatake had developed before the war with another famous photographer, Edward Weston.
Ralph Merritt was a member of the Sierra Club along with Ansel Adams and Edward Weston. And a lot of the family believes that it's this relationship that my grandfather had with Edward Weston. He was able to get the camera back and eventually become the official photographer of Manzanar.
Freed from the fear of getting caught, Miyatake went on to capture poignant and powerful images of life inside Manzanar. They are images which depict a resilient spirit and connect us to a past which Miyatake was determined to preserve, lest we forget.
During his 3 years at Manzanar, Toto Miyatake took more than 1,500 photographs. His grandson is currently working with the Skirball Center on a new exhibit so you can see those pictures in person.
Now, while Miyatake was committed to documenting his experience during World War II, Susan Oncuddy saw the war as an opportunity to blaze a new trail. Unknown to many, the Southern California centurion was born to lead by breaking traditional molds. As Angie Krauss reports, this Sassy senior is inspiring women of all cultures to let nothing stand in their way.